You will not believe what New York just did. They allegedly gave a commercial driver's license to somebody with no first name listed, no name given. That's not a typo or a gimmick. That's how the license reads. This is not just bad policy or bureaucratic sloppiness. It's a crack in the foundation of identity, accountability, and public safety. So today we ask, is New York pushing so far into sanctuary state territory that they're handing out tractor-trailer permits to ghost identities? What happens when someone anonymous can cross state lines driving massive trucks? Let's dig in. According to Snopes' report, the controversy started when Oklahoma authorities arrested 125 undocumented drivers during an interstate operation. Among them, they found a New York CDL with no name given where the first name should be. The photo of that license went viral almost instantly. New York's DMV claims the license was issued in accordance with all proper procedures, explaining that some individuals from other countries only have one legal name. They also said the person had federal work authorization and their identity was verified through documentation. Critics aren't buying it. They argue that issuing a commercial license which gives someone control over massive, potentially dangerous vehicles without a full legal name undermines every safeguard we rely on. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik slammed Governor Kathy Hochul, calling it dangerous and irresponsible. She said the green light law now allows criminal illegal immigrants to be issued commercial driver's licenses, shockingly labeled no name given. Meanwhile, New York is defending its green light law in federal court, asking a judge to dismiss the DOJ's challenge. The state argues that its policies fall under legitimate state authority. In short, New York believes it can set its own rules for licensing even when they collide with federal immigration enforcement. The stakes here are massive. A CDL is not like a regular driver's license. It's permission to operate semi-trucks, hazardous materials, and heavy machinery across state lines. If someone with a blank identity gets behind the wheel and causes a disaster, who takes responsibility? How do you track them? And remember, New York's law prevents ICE and other federal immigration agencies from directly accessing DMV data. That means if federal authorities need to verify this person's identity, they can't. That's not just a loophole, it's a wall. Online, forums have exploded. On Reddit's conservative boards, users are saying things like, if your name can be no name given, your system is a joke. Others are calling for resignations and investigations. Immigrant advocacy groups are pushing back, arguing that the story is being exaggerated and misinterpreted. They say the license was not proof of illegality, just evidence of a name formatting issue. But for millions watching, the optics are exactly what you'd expect. A government system willing to bend so far it starts to break. The federal government clearly sees this as a problem. The Department of Transportation recently rolled out new rules restricting CDL eligibility for non-citizens. Only specific visa holders will qualify, and states must verify status using federal databases. These rules came after serious crashes involving drivers in the country illegally and audits revealing fraudulent CDL issuances in multiple states. Washington is tightening the reins just as New York is loosening them. It's a direct collision course. And this is not just theoretical. There have been real fraud cases. A man in Connecticut pleaded guilty to running a fake license business for undocumented immigrants, helping over 600 people get licenses using forged documents. Investigations have uncovered fake addresses, phony IDs, and coordinated cheating rings tied to licensing loopholes. When you mix anonymous names, weak verification, and state policies designed to resist federal oversight, you create a perfect storm. Politically, this is about more than licenses. It's a clash of ideologies, state sovereignty versus federal authority, sanctuary policies versus national identity standards. Supporters say undocumented people should be able to drive legally to reduce uninsured drivers and improve road safety. Critics argue that New York is setting a dangerous precedent, one that fractures the shared standards the nation relies on. The phrase "no name given" has become a symbol of anonymity, of policy gone too far, of governance that no longer demands basic accountability. Here's where this could go next. If the courts strike down parts of the green light law, New York may be forced to share data with federal agencies or revoke certain licenses. Other states could start refusing to honor New York CDLs if they consider them non-compliant. The federal government could threaten to withhold highway funds or cut off reciprocity agreements. And if a single major crash occurs involving a driver licensed under these policies, public opinion could shift overnight. Here's my take. If you're getting a CDL without a full name, that's not helping immigrants. That's erasing accountability. A CDL is essentially a license to control a weapon on wheels. Issuing one to a person whose name is no name given is not progressive. It's reckless. New York claims it followed the law. But whose law? Theirs alone? Because if every state starts redefining identity to fit their politics, the entire system breaks down. So here's the question. Should states be able to bypass federal norms in the name of sanctuary policy? Or is this exactly the kind of slippery slope that ends in chaos? Let me know what you think in the comments. If this story shocked you, hit like, subscribe, and share it. Because once name-based identity starts to erode, trust in every institution goes with it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.